Hello everybody, this is Lila in Hawaii. I thought I would show you some of the embroideries I've been working on and finishing. The painted cottages. You know, I love cottages, and over the years I've painted probably 100 cottages, and then I like to embellish them in some way. And I had a couple that I hadn't quite decided what to do with. The cottages I thought were kind of plain. But anyway, I'll show you what I've done with some of them. This is the first one, and I call this an English cottage because it is thatched. It's a thatched roof. And I painted it with, I think with some acrylics onto just muslin. The background of the muslin, I did do a bit of a wash with some blue and a sort of a greyish brown sky, and brought that right down beside the ends of the cottage. And then from there I just took one of those pens, those what are they called, friction pens, and I drew in some things that I might like to embroider. For example, these sort of poplar looking trees, and then this tree. And that's probably pretty much all I embroidered. I drew with this one. I did paint a path, pretty path, with cobblestones, and then I painted some bedding, you know, for flowers and things. And the way I embroidered this one was, I wanted pretty much the cottage to stand alone. I liked it just the way it was, and I took material and I cut out some images. For example, here, I don't know if the colors are showing on this too well. Anyway, I appliqued some images here and there of flowers, which is a technique I've done many years, and then I beaded the centers of some of them, or some of them I took some trim and I added the trim to them. I also ruffled up some ribbons, just sort of scrunched them up and sewed those on. Here, where there's foliage, it's actually the end of a doily that I dyed green, and it sort of looks like, to me it looks like sort of, lace or a bit of a fence. And so some of the ribbon work was added as well. So some of the flowers are ribbon. These leaves are ribbon. These were ribbon. On this side, was it ribbon? I think it was, it was a combination of ribbon and stranded cotton. And then when I had done embellishing as much as I wanted, and I had my garden complete, I added some beadwork. So here is a little bug bead and some buttons that sort of coordinate. Here's another bug bead, and then little seed beads in the flowers. I mentioned that, I think. So here and there I added seed beads. And then on the cottage, the only thing I did is I did make a French knot doorknob, and I added some stranded cotton stripes around the windows. But that's kind of it. All in all, it actually turns out to be very pretty. And I'm going to make it. I was trying to think, what on earth can I do with it? After I make these things, I never know what to use them for. Didn't have a purpose, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, I call it a cushion cover, but a pillow cover. So I'm just looking for the right fabric. I don't know whether to go with a sort of a chintz type fabric, or even more elegant like a moire. I'm not going to add any more lace, and if you notice, I don't think I added any lace to this. So anyhow, that's one of the things. I just finished it a couple of days ago, and I had actually started it probably about 6 months ago and put it aside, and because I couldn't think what I would do with it. But now it's done, and if you want to see the wrong side, that's it. I know people like to see the wrong side of things. So there you go. And all in all, it turned out to be very nice. I'm very happy with it. So thanks for watching. Goodbye now.